am taking the Atlanta Braves to win the 2021 World Series. Braves champions. I'm saying it now, and if the Braves get in the playoffs, I'll probably predict it again just to stay consistent going into the playoffs unless something changes and they just, injuries or whatnot. But as of now, I got the Braves winning it all. That's my predictions. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't take it personal. Have no idea what's going to happen. These are my own personal predictions just based on what I see going into 2021. The worst part is the wild card. Like, who knows who's going to win in one game. But, the Dodgers are obviously stacked. Could easily beat the Braves. But based on last year, the Braves were so close. I think that they could get it done. I think they're going to be super motivated. And I think they'll have just enough heart, just enough there in that pitching staff and that lineup to get it done and actually take out the Dodgers.
Baby. Enjoy this great game.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel, and today it's time for the World Series, and the Atlanta Braves defeated the Dodgers 3-2 in the NLCS. They're moving on to the World Series to face the beloved Houston Astros, who I did a video about, and their very potent offense and their awesome bullpen. Feel free to check that out for an even more detailed preview of the Astros, although we will still be talking about them quite a bit in this video as well. And they are actually favorites according to most sites right now. The Astros seem to be the favorites. So that's interesting. The Braves, not a popular pick to make it to the World Series, even though I picked them preseason to be in this position. And even after all their injuries and the arrest of Osuna, I still believed in this team. And they have not disappointed, making it to the World Series. Last year they went up 3-1 on the Dodgers and they couldn't close the door in the NLCS. But this year they did it. They win and they're going to the World Series. And a big part of that is Eddie Rosario. This guy has been an absolute beast. They pick him up from the Indians in what amounted to a salary dump by sending Pablo Sandoval, Panda, over there, and they just release him in Cleveland. And so far, Eddie Rosario has been absolutely amazing. He drove in 9 of the 28 runs in the NLCS. He hit .474 in the postseason. And a big question going into this World Series will be, can the Astros pitching freaking hold this guy down? And the rest of that Braves offense, the Braves offense and the Astros offense, both very strong. And it's going to make for a very entertaining World Series, I think. The Astros starting pitching, they're definitely going to want to be better than they were in the ALCS because pretty much the entire rotation, Valdez, Garcia, Urquidy, and Greinke, struggled in their first starts. But then, fortunately for the Astros, Valdez and Garcia turned it around and had great starts in 5 and 6. And win the series and go to the World Series. But the good news is that even if that rotation does struggle again, the bullpen is really good. The bullpen is pretty much dominant. I mean, you got Brooks Raley, you have Kendall Graveman. What a big pickup that was. Ryan Presley, among others. And the bullpen is, they're going to have to continue to be good unless that rotation just really surprises. Because, they don't have Lance McCullers Jr., he's hurt. And the rotation just isn't as strong as, they would like it to be. I'm not saying it's bad. Certainly not. But you're going to want to have better starts for especially Urquidy and Greinke than what we saw in the ALCS. And the Braves are going to be tough. I mean, not just Rosario. You got 2020 MVP Freddie Freeman. You got Ozzie Albies, who hit 30 bombs in the regular season. You got Austin Riley, who is in the conversation for MVP. He hit 33 bombs this year, .303 average. You have Adam Duvall, Jock Peterson, etc., etc. But even if the Astros pitching struggles, it's not like they don't have offense as well. So, Astros fans are watching this like, dude, F you, mother effer. Hold up now. The Astros are offensively powerful as well and unbelievable, which makes this a fascinating matchup. You got the Braves, who have a really good rotation. You got, guys like Charlie Morton, who's going to be going in Game 1, Max Fried, Ian Anderson, and maybe Drew Smyly, who was really impressive in the NLCS. And we're going to see what those guys can do against an extremely strong Astros lineup. And they have their own extremely hot hitter. And his name is Yordan Alvarez, ALCS MVP. He hit .522 in this series against the Red Sox. OPS of 1,408. He oftentimes jumps all over that first pitch. He goes to the opposite field. He can hit the ball anywhere. He just dominates. The Astros are going to have to figure it out. Maybe they need to go off speed early in the count. Maybe they need to just try to pitch him in. Don't put anything out over the plate against this guy because he will crush it. And like the Braves, it's not just the hot hitter. Okay, the Astros have a lineup. We're talking about Jose Altuve, Alex Bregman, Michael Brantley, Yuli Gurriel, Martin Maldonado, Carlos Correa, and just an amazing lineup. And then guys like Jake Myers, where'd he come from? Coming off the bench, he has been impressive. He went 3 for 8 so far in the postseason, a couple RBIs. I mean, he's just doing big things. So both these lineups are going to be a handful. There's no doubt about that. And game 1 is going to be big because you got Framber Valdez, who's probably been their best postseason pitcher despite one tough outing against the Red Sox, against a veteran in Charlie Morton. And Charlie Morton always seems to step it up in the postseason. You might think maybe he isn't as strong as maybe a Max Fried, but remember, like I said, this guy's not only always coming through big in the postseason, this is a former Astro who was part of that 2017 team. So I don't know if that's going to give him an extra little push, extra motivation, but it does make for an interesting storyline, and the guy's just always awesome, it seems, in the postseason. So game 1 is going to be really big. And, I think this series is going to be fun. I think both teams are going to score a ton of runs. Starters from both teams are going to have tough outings, and it could boil down to who has the better bullpen, which is also tough to judge. The Astros, I talked about some of their arms, but the Braves with Tyler Madsick, who was like unhittable in the NLCS. Will Smith was lights out. AJ Minter has 24 strikeouts in 15 postseason innings with an ERA of 1.17. So I just honestly see this as a very even matchup. The Astros are favored. I can't really give you my own unbiased pick because I don't have one, because I picked the Braves to win the World Series preseason. I put money on the Braves in Las Vegas to win it all back in June. If the Braves win the World Series, I'm going to be handsomely rewarded financially. So obviously, I can't sit here and be like, I'm taking the Braves. That's my honest pick. No, truly, I don't know who's going to win this thing. I think it's very close. I'll be rooting for the Braves. Although if the Astros win, I'll be very happy for Dusty Baker, former Giants manager, former Cubs, Reds, Nats. He's been everywhere. He deserves a ring. So I'll be happy for Dusty. Who knows how many more opportunities he's going to have. So that would be amazing if the Astros win. And, I'll be happy for all my subscribers, Astros fans, of course, as well. But I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to go at least 6, probably 7. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It starts tomorrow night. Let me know what y'all think, who you got taking it. The Astros have home field advantage. Got to note that. And, there's a reason the Astros are favorites. But the baseball world, a large portion of it anyway, is obviously going to be rooting for the Braves because people are just completely pissed off still at the Astros, which is kind of crazy to me, but they are still completely pissed off at this Astros team. So it's going to be really fun to see, the crowd reaction in Atlanta. People don't even like the Braves that much either. Obviously, they're moving the All-Star game. People don't like the tomahawk chop. So this is crazy. It's like two teams that a lot of people really hate for different reasons. And we'll see what happens in the series. I'm going to be glued to the TV screen. I can't wait. So you guys have a great day. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button for more baseball talk. And we will talk to you next time.
When the Giants come to town, it's bye-bye, baby. Every time the chips are down, it's bye-bye, baby. History's in the making at Oracle Park.